Hi, I'm Streaky and I'm at Metropolis Mastering, and this is
Shay.
that way. Shay. I used to, when I was doing Streaky Mastering, Shay was my assistant. Shay's now gone off to do his own thing since I came to Metropolis, and so I've been mainly doing videos on my own, and I'm obviously missing him, so we decided to do a bit of a banter chat on different subjects once a week. So this week we've thought that we'll talk about how I personally don't think that you can mix and master in one session, because I think that you should be keeping things separate so that you get the sound of the mix right to the best it can be. Then you move on to the next stage. I think that as a person I would want to be experienced in one thing, so like an electrician or a plumber or a painter or something, rather than trying to be a jack of all and thinking that I can do everything. Now, you know, Shay, you're in a different sort of ballpark to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do you go about? Do you mix and master at the same time, or do you just master? Or
Yeah, I mean, I prefer not to do both in the same session. Like, if you think about it as what's right and what's wrong, in your opinion, I'd say it's worse to do both in the same session. But at the same time, if you have no choice, say if the person that's getting the mix and master is attending and they've got a day's worth to get it all done in, and you have no choice, then the fact is you have no choice, you have to do it. But in an ideal world, I do think it's better if you...
But are you not better than turning around? Are you not better turning around to them and saying, "Look, that can't be done in a day. What you need to do, you need to go away the next day, listen to the mix, see if you like the way everything's sitting, compression on stuff, blah blah, and then you'll come back and I'll master it for you." And you can still say it's all in one price, but
oh yeah, I mean that's 100%. Yeah, I prefer if the means allows it. So if the budget allows it, if you know that you're going to be able to afford studio time, say for 2 days instead of the one, then perfect. But if you know that you can't and you only have a day's worth and this track needs to be done, then really you do have no choice. Like, it is a point where you can only do what your budget or what the time frame allows you to do, really. But yeah, as I said before,
as an engineer, how do you then get your head around the fact that you're mixing and mastering in the same session? Because surely, when I can't mix things, I can only master stuff. That's all I've specialised in, because I'm listening to the whole thing, the kind of tone, the top, the bottom, in a basic way, and working out how that should sound. And if I had to think about how the compression ratio was on the kick drum at the same time, or how the vocals sounding in comparison to the guitar, blah blah, I do think of that, but in a totally different way.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do that in one session as you're playing through. I mean, surely that's an arse about face way of doing stuff.
Yeah, you just end up mixing a track, or you will end up mixing a track with a frame in mind that you're going to have to be mastering it. So you'll end up mixing a track into a master. Right. So really all you're doing is an extended stem master, basically. Right. You're mastering a track, but to getting all your balances and I mean, even to the point where it's like a full mix, where it's like reverbs, delays and things, but you're pushing that into mastering. You're pushing that into a mastering chain. Your mastering chain will probably be in the mix.
But if you're doing that, then you're not giving yourself an opportunity to master it with somebody else or mix it with somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. You end up with one thing. You don't end up with it staged. You don't end up with what it was when you came, what it was after it was mixed, what it was mastered, and then you end up with one mastered track, no versions. I mean, there may be versions of it, but
so if anybody says I'm going to mix and master it in one go, you're better off saying to them, no, look, just do the mix for me as one take, and then do a master version of it with one take, and give me the parts for those. Yeah. Well, the parts for the mix, I guess, not the mastering. I suppose you'd have the mix at the end, and then I can decide if I want to go elsewhere or whether I want to use your master or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You're better off. I mean, just for the sake of trying it, for trial and error. Like, you could really like the mix, and you could like the master, but you may think, well, I want to see what it sounds like elsewhere. If you've got those stages and you've taken the time to mix the track, then master the track, you then have the opportunity to then pass it on to someone else. Yeah. But then you will still have the master
that you had
from
originally,
the original version to compare the new master to.
Yeah.
So,
Also, I mean, as a kind of at least you can try the track out, because who knows, it might be rubbish. And then you've kind of tried it out on Here, There and Everywhere, and everyone's gone, yeah, thanks for that. It's
cheers, mate. Yeah.
So you know, there's no point in going to master it somewhere because it's not selling anyway. So at least you get the opportunity to put it out there and see what feedback you get. And if you do get good feedback off a track, then you can go elsewhere, master it, go elsewhere, mix it, see if you can make it better, see if you can get a better quality sound out of it, rather than going, well, that's all I've got, and it's an MP3 that the guy gave me, and we mixed it at the end of the, mixed it into the master bus, and that's it. You're falling off. You've been drinking.
Yeah. Malfunction, hasn't it?
Right, okay, before you disappear then, let's sign off. Have we got anything else to add?
No, not really. I mean, ideal world, do it on a separate day. Have a break, even if it's not on a separate day. If it's the same day, have a break. Do something else in between hand and mix the track, then master the track. Don't mix into mastering, because you'll end up limiting yourself to getting better at it, basically. Yeah.
So that's even if, I mean, really, that's even if you're in the studio of like your environment or my environment, really.
Yeah.
The same thing counts, doesn't it? There's no difference. There shouldn't be any difference, really, apart from the engineer.
Yeah, basically, engineer and tools, really.
Yeah. Okay, on that bombshell. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, please put them below. Please subscribe. If you've got any topics that you want Shay and I to talk about in next week's podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it, then please let us know at streaky.com. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
See you later.
Bye.